excited to be able to talk to Mark Tucker here, the Director of Development at Project Angel Food. I had the great pleasure of meeting you the last few months when we did our first event for you.
Our name is Barbara.
Food. Our name is Barbara. And you know, you gave a very inspiring speech at an event I had seen right before we did the Barbara event, and I wanted to kind of ask you about some of that information again. Do you recall the night? Keith Borden's?
Right, it was another great fundraiser, and
Yeah.
again, we're grateful that you're here and we're working with you again. The thank you for saying that is the most amazing thing about what we do is really what brought me to the agency is 25 years ago, it was a great group of friends that were watching their friends battle HIV AIDS, and it was the one thing that they decided that they could do was to prepare and deliver a nutritious meal to help these individuals. And what's extraordinary about where we are today, 25 years later, is that that time we were doing about 15 to 30 meals a week. And today it's grown where we're at about 10,000 meals a week.
Wow, I was so blown away when I heard that statistic.
It's extraordinary.
Yeah.
And what's even more exciting is we're at this perfect growth stage that the agency is here in this beautiful Vine Street kitchen facility, an 8,000 square foot kitchen, and that we actually have the capacity to double, if not triple, the number of meals that we could deliver and help not only persons with HIV/AIDS, but cancer and kidney failure and
Right.
heart disease and all these other life-threatening illnesses, as we know that there's probably a need for about 6,000 individuals out there. We reach about 2,100 unduplicated clients, and the only thing that stops us is money to purchase the food and the food product and the cost to deliver it. So
That's so fascinating. So you've been with the organization for the whole 25 years? You were
I
there
would-
at the beginning?
I would love to say that I was a donor for about 15.
Uh-huh.
So I would be
You were a civilian at first.
just a civilian attending Angel Awards, Divine Design,
Uh-huh.
the art auctions, other events. So minor, small scale donor, but always moved by what we do.
Right.
It's such a simple thing.
And you know that's such a profound thing that you were saying about in the early days it was born out of the AIDS crisis, and it was an organization that rose up to meet the needs of the AIDS community, the community affected by HIV and AIDS. But now I think though it's across the boards, any life-threatening illness, or people below a certain income level that you service? Is that
Yeah, it's definitely the underserved. So
Yeah.
the majority of our clients live below government poverty level. And what the founders, it was more than just the nutritious meal. It was the fact that these individuals, many that did not live, it was the compassion. On top of being faced with this life-threatening illness, they wouldn't have the strength to shop or cook for themselves.
right?
So it gave them that compassion and dignity that they so deserve, and that
I've
we would
heard
expand.
that many of your clients are people that can't even leave their house or
That's
can't
exactly
leave their
right.
bed.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, and even now that we've expanded 11 years ago to our cancer patients, which includes all forms of cancer. As years ago, it used to be predominantly men, but today we're almost even men and women.
Wow.
So we've got a lot of women that have experienced breast cancer, but we've got men with prostate cancer. It's all forms, and these individuals are most of their time spent either having treatments for chemotherapy or radiation, and they need this help. It's one of the few things that we could provide to give them the dignity to move on and to have strength. And our drivers also are an important component of it, where we used to have all volunteers, but our drivers today also spend time with these individuals and become
Yes.
their friends, their coaches, give them that extra spirit to live. The best news that we had is back in 2013, 1 in 5 of our clients actually regained health.
Oh,
And
wow.
we're able to go back to work, and many of them have come back to us either to be a volunteer or to help support us in a different way. So what we're doing, the whole Food is medicine, our
Mm-hmm.
urban gardens, which we grow a lot of our own fruits and vegetables, and have two nutritionists that are on site that are helping with these different recipes. They're almost medically tailored meals today
Mm.
to the individual and the disease that they're battling.
Wow, that's very impressive. So you're saying that you can identify that there's about 6,000 people in need, and you feel as though you've been able to service 2,100. Is that what you said?
That's where we are now. It's
Statistically, that's what.
sadly that number used to be slightly stronger
Mhm.
before the recession, and we've had to scale back. That today I know that with what we have, we have a very bare bones staff.
Mhm.
We have incredible volunteers that come in 6 days a week and help prepare the meals. The only thing that holds us back is the financial dollars to purchase the food,
Right.
the tray items that we use to put the food in, and the distribution.
Yeah, one of the things I heard when you spoke at the Keith event that really impressed me was that you have with this kitchen this beautiful kitchen that you actually have the space and you have the facility to serve so much more. It's just the money needed to, you know, uh,
It's
make that all work.
it's the blessing and the curse. We're
Yeah.
25 years new, and it's where are we going to go for these next 25 years?
Oh, and another thing that from what you said the other night was the reach, how wide you go throughout Los Angeles.
It's
That's phenomenal because you say it all operates from this one kitchen here in the heart of Hollywood.
That's exactly
Tell-
right.
Tell me the parameters again.
Right, it covers the entire LA County. We go as far north as Lancaster,
Right.
all the way south to Long Beach,
Wow.
as far east as Pomona to the Pacific Ocean.
Wow.
And so,
And for anybody who knows Los Angeles is
Right.
enormous.
and just to get around, we
Yeah,
have
just to get
7
around.
vans and 7 drivers, and we have made this program
Mhm.
as cost efficient as possible, where our meals are cooled and frozen, so our clients only have to be home 1 day a week,
Mm.
and we exchange our styrofoam containers for the week's worth of meals.
Oh.
So we're just prime. That's the most amazing thing, that we're ready. We're in a great space. We can do it all out of this one particular kitchen here in Hollywood, but we just lack the funds, as it's very expensive. We spend over $65,000 a month just on food. But the total operation costs this agency about $322,000 a month, and that's hard to find.
Yeah.
That we're doing well, but we could do so much more.
Right. Well, it's such enormous, important work that you all do. If you could
Thank you.
speak to potential volunteers or donors, what would you say to encourage people to send some dough?
Yeah,
And
well,
where to send it?
I would hope that they would come and visit with us. What we have found that has been our most successful tool is individuals that will come and at least work in our kitchen at least once. And many people sometimes are a little bit nervous. They're maybe not. They call themselves a chef or a cook at home. The truth of the matter is what you end up doing when you come here is most of the work is already done. You may end up scooping carrots
Right.
into a container. That's your job for a couple hours. But if they come here and see the operation and work with the other volunteers that are here, I think that they would feel the spirit. I'd like to start there, but I invite every day corporate CEOs, any of our volunteers with their companies to get their companies involved. It just is that slow process that once they've come, they see what we do, they learn a little bit more about the number of people that we're reaching and the potential to do more. I think that that's the way that we will continue to grow. The second thing that's most exciting is we have our first cookie pie truck.
Yeah.
That's going to be this new outreach vehicle. It will be ready in the month of August. It will debut at Angel Awards on Saturday, August the 22nd at
Right.
the Taglion. A little commercial for our...
Where you're going to honor Marianne Williamson?
We are. It's the 25th anniversary, so we're really honoring not only Marianne, but her whole founding team.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the second honoree is the Entertainment Industry Foundation, and Angel Awards has become our primary fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
And I encourage anyone that could purchase a ticket or table to come and do so. But with that is the same thought of separate of just individuals for volunteering. I try to bring corporate executives as Hollywood is taking off.
Right.
So many new companies, I'm trying to get them here just to see what we do. Many have never even heard of the work that we're doing.
Right.
And when they see the space and the food and the volunteers and where the food is going, it usually leads to at least a start at some sort of giving, and then it will grow into hopefully something big.
Great. Wonderful. And projectangelfood.org or angelfood.org?
Angelfood.org.
Angelfood.org.
www.angelfood.org.
They can contact you or donate or...
Has all the information about current events like what we just spoke about for Angel Awards,
Mm-hmm.
has information about how to be a volunteer. There are also links to our brand new annual report that highlights all the incredible work that we did in the last year, who our donors are, who our companies are, what we're trying to accomplish, and where we would like to go for the next 25 years.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you. I think this
I really appreciate being able to come talk to you, and I hope we have... Will you come to August 2nd?
I would be delighted.
At Rockwell?
Really enjoyed Our Name is Barbara, and I know this one will be outstanding as well. And for those of you watching, the event sells out. It's at the great Rockwell space. Everyone had an amazing time at the last one, and I'm very grateful to you and Mark and others involved. All the entertainers do it for free.
Yep.
It's a moving event, and extraordinary talent for very low cost, and yet helps us.
And as you said about so many of the people that were involved in the show had an experience of either volunteering or being a client of Project Angel Food, and everybody talked about what a life-changing experience it was being involved, what a great organization it was, and how much they loved being a part of it.
That's very true.
So thank you.
Thank you. So appreciate it.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you at that night.
August 2nd.
August 2nd.
Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like it and feel free to share it. And if you're new to this page, click on my face and subscribe. And also, please make sure to leave a comment and let me know what you want to hear more about in the world of Cabarabia. Broadway, jazz, pop, the new Barbra Streisand record, whatever you want to talk about.